my people's look, let's get paid. Asking no boss man, can I get a raise? Not far from a star, 2 steps from a slave. Thinking to myself, man, it's time to get paid. They tell me, clever man, come on, you think too much. Where you been? I ain't heard you spitting much. Did you hang it up? Did you fall off the ball when you was in the clutch? Yeah, such and such, man. It's funny how when you out of sight, you be out of mind. How a good woman, friends, and money be hard to find. I've been on my hustle, stacking paper on the grind in Atlanta and New York, trying to build a shine. Real talk, these days it's hard to stay sober. Switching time zones, it's a 4-hour layover. Fifth stop, hot bloodshot, red from the doja. I grind hard cause I can't flow in the soda. You can tell I'm Clem told ya. You in the corporate office somewhere over there. If you with a Range Rover, streets is getting colder, and I ain't got time, man. I ain't got a shine. Email me in October. I'm telling all my people, look, let's get paid. Asking all boss, man, can I get a raise? Not far from a star, 2 steps from a slave. Thinking to myself, man, it's time to get paid. Telling all my people, look, let's get paid. Asking all boss, man, can I get a raise? Not far from a star, 2 steps from a slave. Thinking to myself, man, it's time to get paid. Cause I'm about tired of this broke life, tired of this reggae. Blunts don't smoke right, hot is my heyday. That don't sound right, shit don't act right, guap won't stack right. At least it don't stack like it used to. Let your brother kill himself, tell me what would you do? So now I'm trying to see my money buku. No time for felines acting all new school. I know what happens more than usual. Catch you when I scoop through to a stage near you. If not, grab 2 and come through. All will be on unless money gets crucial. But I won't excuse my behavior, a lack thereof when it comes to the paper. Time to get buzzed and stack some major. Let's do it, get done over around here, player. I'm telling all my people, look, let's get paid. Asking all boss, man, can I get a raise? Not far from a star, 2 steps from a slave. Thinking to myself, man, it's time to get paid. Telling all my people, look, let's get paid. Asking all boss, man, can I get a raise? Not far from a star, 2 steps from a slave. Thinking to myself, man, it's time to get paid.
Peace, peace. Peace to everyone on the line. Thank you for coming out tonight. Taking the time out your schedule. You were listening to Sharif Ali on The Vault. The name of the show is called The Vault. Thank you for tuning in. You are listening to highfrequencyradionetwork.com. You can go to our website. We are streaming live from the website as well. We are a show particularly about business. I am Sharif Ali. I'm an entrepreneur, and so I'm going to be going over business practices that I had that work for me. I have business partners on the line that will be going over those things as well. I would like to give a shout-out to all the mothers and fathers of civilization, all the people that are, of African descent around the world looking to uplift themselves and build a business, and that's what this call is about. And so I am going to be tonight communicating these things to our people. I want to give a shout out, like I said, to the mothers and fathers of civilization, the ones that are out here re-educating our people to get into their commercial affairs appropriately. And so shout out to the mothers, shout out to the fathers, shout out to the children that are out here studying and becoming good students. So I definitely would like to all to welcome to this phone call. We have this call every Tuesday right now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And Pacific Time, it is going to be 7 p.m. And so you guys are listening to your host, Sharif Ali. Particularly tonight, I'm going to be going off of a soundboard. I have a brother that is a business partner of mine that we're going to be on the line talking about these things. And what tax forms an individual can put themselves in the tax position to actually put themselves in one of the most beneficial positions. And so we're going to move forward tonight. And, hey, Brother Stowe, you there? Brother Stowe, you there? You're on mute. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
all
sir.
Right,
peace.
brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, peace. I can hear you, brother. So,
my apologies,
once again, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Peace, brother. We just going to go ahead and get the show kicked off. I'm the host, Sharif Ali, on The Vault, highfrequencyradio.com. And this is So L. This is a brother that we roll with in the private. We started building. Been a glorious relationship. We are considered to be friends and family because we invest in each other. And so tonight we're going to be bringing to you all the particular aspects of how to take yourself from almost being a W-2 employee to where you can be contracted. Keywords contracted with your company and still be able to benefit in the public and be able to use everything that you're doing in the respect of now your life is you're the employee of your own company. You're the employee working for your company. Does that make sense? And I like this rule. I've been thinking about it a lot recently, but I haven't been thinking about implementing it. But this is a surefire plan for someone that works a quote-unquote job, because I actually don't have a job. But I know that you're a little bit further down the road, brother. And this is what I would like to highlight to all the callers. The brother that you're listening to does not work a job either. So he's not getting up in the morning and yawning and stretching and going to do something. Brother Soto on the line is actually yawning to his own company that he has built. And he has multiple LLCs he's built in the public. And I'm not looking to promote that mentality. I'm just looking to tell you that his brother has a track record for success. And so, particularly, Soto, I would love for you to jump in at any moment here and, particularly say why is it that we chose to do this episode, particularly 1099 W-2. And even if you want to start giving a very good compare and contrast of how our people can advance themselves with this particular knowledge.
Yes, sir. We start out by saying peace to the mothers and fathers, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace to all the indigenous peoples listening, all the indigenous peoples on the earth. Peace to all the seekers. Yes, Brother Sharif. Allow me to start out by stating that in regards to dealing in the public, the public is based off of corporations, and you build corporations for profit. That's bottom line. That's what it is, and somehow through the W-2 or the 1040 or what have you. We have human, real, live, living, breathing, flesh and blood people that are through, through an amalgamation or fiction, are contracting with fictions and corporations. And because we don't understand how commerce works exactly, contracting in certain ways that we contract can be detrimental to our finances. Case in point, we all have heard the phrase that the middle class is eroding, or America's middle class is being attacked, or so on and so forth. And it's really hard to quantify that. But to put it in direct perspective, if you make a certain amount of money as a W-2 earner in America. So check, I think it's, I'm not going to quote, but I know if you're getting up into the $45,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 bracket, that's considered middle class. And that is the highest taxed bracket in America, period. There's more revenue that comes out of that bracket than any other taxman. In the middle class, those are the people who, like you and I, who are W-2 earners. We went to college. We did not go to college. We went to high school. We did not go to high school. Either way, we are in the workforce, working for a corporation or some sort of company or corporate municipality, and we are giving our labor and our time on this earth that we will never get back, ever, to this fictional corporation that someone else thought of and implemented in commerce to create a profit. Now, as a W-2 wage earner, you are not making money. What you are making is an exchange of your energy, of your life force in your lifetime for what I like to call Federal Reserve notes. I know that's exactly what they are. People say money, people say dollars. I'm a little bit more learned than that, so I understand that they are notes. They are actually debt notes. And what they do is effectively discharge your obligation to pay for something in American commerce. You don't pay for anything, you discharge the obligation. Actually, you put the obligation to pay for it on the Federal Reserve, which creates more debt in our society. But I don't want to digress. The position of a W-2 wage earner, especially if you're middle class, which includes, blue collar and some aspect of white collar wage earners, is getting beat up Muhammad Ali style. I mean, just beat. Taxes coming out of them left and right, owing money at the end of the year, just completely getting hurt because as far as right now, the legislation in the executive body of our government is levying taxes at an exponential rate on the middle class. So, hey, if you're educated or you have a direct skill, a very well educated skill, or anything that you have to offer to the commercial world, and you're doing a W-2, you're essentially giving your skill and your money and your product to someone else. Here's a plain example. Before and on my way to success, when I was building one of my main brands that got me the most money, that allowed me to put other money away and aside to make a passive income. While I was building this brand, I was working. And one of my jobs, I was working on a construction team. And, I happened to be a seeker and I happened to be pretty smart. So, I was sitting around the foreman of my team, my boss. And, at this time, he's giving me, I think, $15 an hour. This is about 10 years ago. At that time in my life, I thought $15 an hour was a nice chunk of change. Not only was he giving me $15 an hour, he was putting it on the payroll to make it look like he was giving me $17 an hour. So they were taking out, they were taking out taxes, but I was getting more back because it was looking like I was getting paid more. I thought he was doing me a favor. Remember that. We're doing a job. I won't even get into the job, but we're doing a job, and we're on a site to where there are multiple crews on that site. My foreman is speaking with another foreman who's doing another job on the same site. This foreman that my boss essentially is speaking to is looking to get out of his work, subcontract his work. It's hot. The sun's out. The sun's shining. He just doesn't want to do this anymore. He wants to go home. So in the negotiation between these two foremen, my foreman lets it slip that in how he bills out his jobs is that he charges for materials and $50 per man per hour. It took me less than 30 seconds to figure out that this man is making money off of me working for him on an hourly basis. And not only is he making money off of me working for him, he is making more money off of me working than I'm making off of me working. And I'm not even going to get into the implications of what I was thinking and how my mind was turning. Now, at the time, I was building my brand, and I was in commerce as a creditor, as an owner. But I hadn't built enough to where I didn't need these types of jobs. And at the time, I didn't have enough understanding of the IRS and the tax code that I do now, to where I was a W-2 wage earner at that time. And not only was he saying that he was giving me $17 an hour, where I thought he was doing me a favor, because when it came back to my checks, I was getting more checks than what he would have said if I was getting 15. When it came tax time, I was in a lot of trouble. And I realized when I was about to make a complaint to the IRS that not only was I going to tell on him, I was going to tell on myself as well, because I consented to it. I agreed to it. This is a perfect example of how I got screwed over by being a W-2 worker by allowing this person to make more off of my labor than I was making on myself. And B, I didn't understand the tax code and got screwed over again by the same person by the tax code. That was a very valuable lesson. And moving forward after that one, in contractual endeavor, I never did a W-2 contract for hire again. But I did learn a valuable lesson, is that W-2 earners get scraped. We get scraped the hardest, and we get scraped for everything else. We get scraped for not only, public, programs, such as, Medicaid, Social Security, and all that other stuff. We get scraped the deepest because essentially all of the Federal Reserve notes, all the money in our currency, in our, in our economy is based on our labor. So the middle class is obvious. The people who are going to get up and go to work, those are the ones that you can bet on. So those are the ones that are being taxed heaviest because those are the ones that are getting up and going to work. You see the cycle? So with that being said, 99 is versus a W-2. W-2 means you go in to a company and you sign on to be their employee, which means, they own your labor from whatever time they schedule to you to whatever time they schedule you for to get off. So if they make $500,000 in that 8 hours or 10 hours that you're working, you still get the same amount that you contracted to get, which is, an hourly. 1099, on the other hand, you negotiate whatever rates you want, and not only do you get to does your company contract for your wages, you also don't put a burden on the company that you're working for as far as them having to do withholding from your wages, as far as them having to contribute to your 401k and do all these things that are required by them for employees in the public, which, further burdens employers and takes away from the free market. So if you were to come in as a contract employee, not only do you lighten the burden and take away your employer's responsibility for withholding, you get all that money tax-free up front. Now, when you cash your check from an employer, you take your cashed check, which has already been hit up for taxes, Social Security, so on and so forth, and you get the leftovers. And then you got to go pay your car, pay your insurance. And let's just stop right there. If you own your own company, you can contract with your company as an employee of your company, but say your company offers better terms. Let's say your company is going to pay for your car payment and pay for your insurance. Hey, and then your company is going to disperse you a W-2 at a lower income bracket than you would be in getting whooped in the middle class. Let's say now your W-2 is being dispersed at $30,000 or $28,000. Now you're not in the same bracket as the so-called middle class getting beat up Ali style. Now you're in the bracket where you can take, or your straw man, let me correct that, can take benefits from the federal government. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
All right, well, you use a term called a straw man, and I don't think most people know what a straw man is, but as far as them using their government name, that's what we got to call it. It's called the government name, So you using that government name.
Let's do it like this. Let's do a double Dutch because I like double Dutch. Number one, let's start off with Monopoly, and then let's start off with your birth certificate. All right? So jump on Monopoly. What do you grab? You grab the shoe or the little thimble or the top hat or the dog or whatever. You need that. If you don't have one of those, you can't play. I mean, how do you keep track of where you're at? So that little, the little foot shoe or, the thimble, all these little tokens, these are what you use to play the game. The game is Monopoly. Back up to your birth certificate. Looking at your birth certificate, you look at it, your name is in all capital letters. Look at your bills that you get from your power company. Your name is in all capital letters. Look at your checkbook that you sign your checks. Your name is in all capital letters. Look at your debit card and your credit card and just, I could keep going, but I'll stop. Your name is in all capital letters. That's because that is commercial. And that is your name in commerce. And your name in commerce is all capital letters. But wait, that's not your name, because that name originated on a birth certificate that you're holding in your hand, and you didn't create that. The state in which you were born created that. So that's your token. That's like you want to play the game of commerce. So you open up, put the board on the floor, and you need your token. And your token is your all capital name attached to a social security number. That's how you play the game. So your all capital name is not you. That is your token that you use to play the game of commerce, because commerce is fictional. The money's fictional. The titles are fictional. The creator didn't make a police officer. The creator didn't make a judge. The creator didn't make a fireman. The creator didn't make a teacher. The creator didn't make a principal. The creator didn't make a CEO. All of these are fictions created by man. So in order for you to deal in the world of fictions, the world that was created by man, you need a fictional character or a fictional entity. That fictional character or fictional entity is not your, but the all capital name that you use to operate in commerce. Without that all capital name and that social security number, you cannot move. You can't roll the dice. You can't do nothing. You're going to go in there and let me see your ID. Oh, let me back up a little bit. In order to get an ID, you need a birth certificate and you need a social security card. Pretty much standard in order for you to get an ID. And when you go get that ID, that driver's license, that state ID, whatever, what do? You sign it. Boom, you just contracted into commerce. Now, with that contract, you're expected to understand how commerce works. If you don't understand how it works, there's banks, credit unions, and all these other people who will act as servicers. And that's as far as I'll go. But the all capital name is your token or the token that you use to operate and deal in commerce and take the benefits of, the commercial realm. And the commercial realm, within that, lies the United States of America, Corporation, USA, Washington, D.C., the Vatican, the Judge, Roger Rabbit, all the other fictions that you can think of that were created out of the mind of a man and not the will of our Creator.
Okay. And long story short is the W-2 is obviously your social, and when you know how to contract, you're going to take that now and they're going to contract with the company that you create because you need to go get an EIN. I was on the phone earlier with our mentor, and he said that one of his mentors said that you should always have two companies.
Correct.
So that's why.
Minimum.
And so it's interesting
because in commerce,
that,
in commerce, if you end up in a creditor debtor situation in commerce, there's a such thing as involuntary bankruptcy. So if you end up in an adverse position as far as debt, another company or agent for a company or another person in commerce can force you into involuntary bankruptcy and attach or seize all of that corporation's property. So if you're only operating in commerce with one corporation, it's essentially putting all your eggs in one basket. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's never good to bury all your treasure in one hole. That's retarded. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. We're going to make sure that we can be very very, very meticulous here. So everyone be prepared for that type of thought.
I apologize. We don't use the word retarded. We use the word simple because that can be termed as offensive to some people, and we don't want to be offensive.
All right. Yeah, you know what I meant, brother. That's a good way to put it.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
I definitely would like to keep highlighting the point of now that we've created this business, we're not going to talk about more than one. We're just going to talk about one. You have become now the entity. You become the employee of the entity. So now you don't even have a problem with using your social. Why? Because you are contracted through your company. You're an employee to your company. Do you see the mentality, guys? You're working for your family. The taxes aren't getting taken out. You got to do solid accounting. It's time for you to be accountable. These are the things that we're talking about. If you would like to hop on the line and ask any one of us how to actually do that, we actually are doing consultation for this type of information because, see, what we see in the public right now is that brothers and sisters are not telling people business. And we need you to be instructed on what is it that you're going to do so we can have another asset in the marketplace operating appropriate in commerce instead of having you going out here and getting locked up in a slammer because you're trying to draft a negotiable instrument, because you're trying to do some form of paper terrorism. That's what we're focused on. We're focused on guiding the slow ones on the slow bus to the righteous path. And so I definitely want to make sure that we know that, look, if you're going to be filing even a W-2, why aren't you filing it for your company? But instead, you want to file it for other companies because it's easy. Why? Because then you don't have to manage your book. Well, now it's time, brothers and sisters, for us to manage our books. And so I definitely I bring Soto on the line because he's better versed in the public. And he's maneuvered this, like he said, very early in his business career, so he has more credibility to talk about the subject. But once again, he is financially independent, so he can sit here and talk to you all and share with you this important information about how is it that he's used this to literally. So can you tell people what is it that you tell our clients when we let them know that once they get in the habit of actually doing it this way, that they will be able to be relieved? Usually give like a emotional testimony. It's like yeah, you'll get it'll be weird at first, but then it's like, oh man, this is the best way to file. You know what I mean?
Oh, when you feel like you did something wrong and they're coming?
No, when you first start filing the taxes as an employee of your own company, when you're contracted with another company, and you start getting the tax returns back from that, and you start seeing the chop it up of how the money gets dispensed and how you really benefit, financially that way.
I mean, I tell you, initially I was, I thought I was going to jail because, I knew, and I had people, with money around me telling me that this is how you do it, man. It's how you keep all your money. But I had been so programmed, the W-2 way that I just, I thought I was going to jail. But, once I got used to it and understand that everything was good and, years went by and everything was fine, it's very, it's really hard to explain. It's a very exceptional position to be in. Empowering is the word I would use. It really allows you. It allowed me to realize how much money I was just really hemorrhaging, just losing, just giving away, just here, versus how much money with when it's in my control, and when the expenses are in my control. It's much more empowering. Much more empowering.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. It sounds like you one of those special kind of cats, man. You got the special energy inside of you. No one else I've met, has that energy. You the only one that got that special energy to go out there and get it like that. Psych. But you know what? We're gonna keep the flow going as we always go. Hit us up at hfrn.vault to join the team at gmail.com. hfrn.vault, V-A-U-L-T, at gmail.com. You can hit me, Sharif Ali, or So-El, and you can come into the private and learn how we are actually building entities. But at this point, as far as the 1099, if you want to ask a question, it's simple. If you want to ask a question about the W-2, it's simple. Let's keep it moving. So we're going to pull in our first caller tonight, 734-945. This is your host, Sharif Ali. You're listening to The Vault on highfrequencyradio.com. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Oh, loud
good
background
brother,
noise. Peace, good brother. You ready? Can you handle this?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello?
This brother. Yeah, peace. You there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, brother. Peace. Who we speaking with?
Excellent, excellent. This is Brother Maji, and definitely appreciate your show, Brother Sharif. Yeah, definitely. Good to hear your voice, good brother. We've been on the battlefield together here for a minute now. Definitely appreciate you and what you're doing. Definitely appreciate your guests as well. My question is, do you have to be in your proper person?
Oh, I love this. Hey, so we about to go in? Is it the time of day? Let's see what time it is. It is 5:30.
Yeah, let's go in. 5:30, so
all
that's
right.
8. So 8 represents that wholeness.
Yeah, wealth
so let's
and
get
power.
whole.
Kind of going. So this is commerce. That's why we call it wealth and power. It's that 8. The nationality has nothing to do with commerce. 2 different subjects, and we don't confuse the two. That's why we specifically keep this call focused on business. But when it comes to your proper person, you can be in your proper person via commerce. There's 2 different ways you do it. Nationality is your private status. Your public status is your financial status on the public side, because that's the only thing that matters on the public side is your financial status. They want to know what type of commercial affairs are you getting ready to run here? Are you getting ready to run a private one? Are you getting ready to run a public one? Are you running an LLC? Chop, 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 chop. We want to know what type of business you're doing over here. That's what they want to know. They want to know what type of business you're doing in the United States. So you got to tell them. You're doing it, that bam, bam. But as far as the proper person, like I say, it just depends on the status and which venue you're in. Specifically through this network, the message has been pushed public and private. So it's 2 different type of jurisdictions, and that's where our people are lost. They lost on jurisdiction. I don't hit home on it. I don't tag that word up too much, but jurisdiction is a big deal. Our people are lost because they don't know what jurisdiction is. Oh, wow, whippity-doo. Yes, they don't know that, and that's why they hurt. So when you come forth with this question of, hey, well, what about the proper person? Yeah, they're not in their right mind. They're minors.
Right.
Isn't that what they call themselves, brother? Isn't that what our people call themselves? So exactly.
Absolutely.
So I don't cater to that type of thinking. We address our people as you better deal on a level of majority. We don't really push them to that, but we expect them to stand up to that level because that's where we are. I'm not giving our brothers and sisters passes in commerce. We don't give brothers and sisters passes in commerce. We're out here conducting affairs with people internationally. These people are ready to eat our lunch. They're ready to move in your neighborhood and sell you everything. They're willing to sell you your socks. They're willing to sell you your food. They're willing to sell you your toothbrush. They're willing to sell you your hair. So we better be ready for the takeover, brother. And I'm willing to fight back. We're about to set up businesses. We're going to continue setting up businesses, and that's what this business line is all about. But as far as your proper person, I didn't know if you want to go there with the nationality, but, so can add his flavor to that if he would like.
Yes, sir. Peace, Brother Maji. As far as the commercial realm goes, there is no nationality in the commercial realm. Nationality is private. The commercial realm is public. So as far as an LLC or a corporation or incorporation or sole proprietorship or any of those entities, they don't see or understand nationality. It has nothing to do with it. It's, are you a creditor? Are you a debtor? That's commerce.
Because I'm more so asking because if a person is in their proper person, then it has always been the challenge of operating in the public and the private. And what I'm hearing is that you brothers are making it very clear for our people to operate in both, if that is what they choose to do.
Here's the thing.
Say a brother came to you. So
here's
I'm
sorry. The thing. When the sun go down, you got to turn the lights on. When the sun go up, you turn the lights off. But just because the sun went down, we don't run inside and just hide. You know what I'm saying? So we deal in the daytime and in the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So I deal in the private and I deal in the public. But I know how to operate in the dark. I turn lights on. You know what I'm saying? There's certain turns I don't make. If there's no lights, I won't do it. I gotta understand where I'm at and how to operate. Same thing. If you're in the public, you're gonna operate. You need to understand how you're doing it. What do you need to do? What do you need to not do? If you don't understand that, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. If you're operating in the public, that means you have contracted in the commerce. If you contracted in the commerce, you know what I'm saying, then you contracted. You're going to turn around and say, oh, but I'm a Moor. But is that your signature? Well, I qualified it. Well, are you playing games? Are you in commerce or not? Are you in commerce or not? If you private citizen, go over there. Go get you some land on the creek. Get you some land with some water. Grow your own food. Make your own clothes. Do that dance. You want to be in commerce? There's a certain way to operate in commerce. It's called the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. And it does not see nationality. And it does not see private persons. because private persons do not come into the public. Private persons only operate in the public with the public entity, whether it be their LLC, their corporation, or their all-capital fiction. And that was made by the government to pull everyone in the public. Plus, there's people who didn't know how to operate in the public. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse when it comes to that, you know, that Social Security number and that all cap name when you ask me. But me, I understand how to work in the public. And I understand that when I'm standing in an Article 1 court, they ain't saying nothing about no, you know, if I'm a Moor, if I'm indigenous, if this is Amarak, you know, or not. And if I do want to talk about that, I need to remove it from Article 1 and go into Article 3. That's what I need to do.
Right.
I can't go into a court of commercial, you know, action and start talking about private information. They're going to give me a psych evaluation. And that's the problem that our people are having. It's like if you're going to deal in the public, you need to know. It's like if you're going to do something business-wise and you don't follow through on your business demonstration or your business, and you say, oh, but my leg hurt or my family member died or my car broke down, that doesn't matter. That's personal. They still want their money. The bank's still going to foreclose on you. They're still going to cut your lights off. They don't care. That's the public. Right. The public does not see private matters. They don't care. They ain't trying to do that. That's why I tell you, it's your business. I'm just doing my job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
hey, man, look.
And I wholeheartedly agree. I asked that question not because I didn't know. I asked it because I could feel others. With that
I know
very
you
question.
know. I know you know. I know who you are. That's why I said, Pete, Brother Bonji, and I answered your question because I know you're an elder, so you putting it out there so we can clarify the point. And I appreciate you asking that question and having the faith in the you know, the understanding that we would be able to answer that question, you know, unequivocally. But yeah, I know you know.
Sure.
I know you know.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
definitely.
You.
Well, I would like
you.
to add a little flavor to that. Definitely, Maji, peace to you, brother. I mean, you can stay here. You all good. I just would like to add a point is that, you know, today we were presented, you know, with an idea, and we have to be aware of this idea. There's a book out there that I've read. You know, one brother come on the show last week and said, hey, can you give me a book? Here's another book for you. It's called Thick Face, Black Heart. Thick, Thick, Face, Face, Black Heart. Thick Face, Black Heart. And it's about this Asian lady. And she's a businesswoman. She's very successful, multimillionaire. And she tells you business practices that she does. This is one of the best books I've read in my early 20s. And I tell all of you all tonight, these are the things that you have to read so you can learn that business has no personality. You are the personality. There is no personality in business. When the bill comes, when the black and white comes, the black and white comes. That's what it is, folks. When the black and white comes, you got to be able to handle your affairs. And I wanted to say tonight, you know, hey, so, you know, well, man, we was locked out of commerce. You were locked out of commerce. You weren't taught commerce in school, and that's on purpose. That's because they needed employees. So that's why they trained you as soon as you come out of school. Oh, get that W-2, buddy. Why? Because everybody around you had the W-2. They wasn't doing the 1099-ish. They wasn't doing it. So now we come forth with this knowledge to our people. I told y'all. Y'all about to get some live noise. So, you know, so I don't know if anything else you want to add to what, you know, Maji's question, if you would like to add to it.
No, I think that was sufficient. You know, I like what you said as far as, you know, commerce having no personality. I think that's right on point, 100%. But, yeah, I mean, that was it.
You know, we need to be, if anybody else has a question or a comment or challenge towards these things, you can press 1 at any moment. All you got to do is press 1 on your phone. If you are online, you can call into the number 424-222-5250, and you can ask any question or comment to the things that we're talking about here. Like I say, you're listening to Sharif Ali, and this is my, you know, co-host, partner, business partner, friend, family. You guys, this is where we're bonding. when you guys come to the level of saying, put your money where your mouth is. That's the code we live by over here. Put your money where your mouth is. There's no other way. One of our brothers, Maji, hopped on the line. He said we have to marry our money. We have to marry our minds. We have to marry our hearts. This is more than just money. So when you come at me talking about, it's just like, well, get this money together. Right, I'm talking about more than you got to marry your mind. So get at us at hfrn.vault@gmail.com and say, look, I'm looking to add value. So what is it that we need? This is media. We taking over. There's no questions about it. So once again, thank you for listening. Sharif Ali, this is my co-host, Sodell, on, highfrequencyradio.com, and this is the Vault. We're going to pull in another caller right now, and we're going to take you 347-282. Peace.
What's good, brothers? How's everything, man?
Peace, brother. Who we speaking with?
Yeah, peace, brother. Speaking to Kadeem from New York. I am Queens.
Hey, Kadeem from New York.
All right, I was listening earlier, man. My boy, was it Sotel? That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes, sir. S-O-T. So-L. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You just said something earlier, and I'm surprised I actually caught in the right time because I'm definitely trying to catch this live. But you used to work with the construction company, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I've been doing it for a good 6-7 months. And I'm getting used to the game of, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, how things operate, But I'm starting to see what you just said, because some of the workers that I work with, they get paid a little more than I do. So I'm seeing my informant, pocketing some money on the side. But my question is this, because what I wanted to do was, because I'm on a W-2 right now, and I'm getting really tired of this tax on paying out, and I'm ready to exempt it, just really clear it out, and I just deal with it with a 1099 OID at the end of the year. But my thing is, what's the best direction for me to go about this? How should I deal with this? As far as
okay, so I'm a priest, just saying, and I know people get tired of hearing this, but myself and Sharif Ali are not attorneys. We are not lawyers. We're not tax attorneys or accountants. If you need the services of either one of these professionals, we suggest seek out a competent professional in that field. Having said that, you said 1099 and then you said OID. So I'm talking about 1099 contract employee. 1099 OID is 1099 original issue discount, which is not what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
As far as how you wanted to go about setting it up, I mean, the first step is talking to your boss and saying, have you ever, are y'all open to, letting me, contract my labor as a 1099 employee, a contract, 1099 contractor, and then, see what they say. That's number one, because you don't want to you don't want to go and, launch a company and get your tax ID number and you spend money and put time and energy into it, and then you get to your boss and he acting funny or want to do something. I've only W-2 payroll myself. There may be tax credits that employers get for the certain amount of employees they payroll. I'm not really sure of those implications, but I don't see why any employer would be adverse to doing a 1099 contract for labor versus W-2ing it. Like I said, I think the first thing is to ask your boss. Ask them what they think, how they feel. Have they ever done that? And if you don't want them to be tipped off about you, be like, hey man, I got a homeboy who wants to do the job, but he's talking about he only does 1099s and stuff. I don't even know what that is. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? And then have them answer you like that if you just want to do a little cover or something like that. But that's the first step.
I got a gut feeling they ain't gonna work with this dude. I got a gut feeling because he's like, his fucking, this dude's something else. Yeah.
Well, I suggest.
So what, brother? Don't be scared, brother. Step up. Pull your jock strap up, bruh. You know what I mean? What you mean? So what? Tell this dude straight up, look, man. I just want to ask you a quick question, man. I got a buddy that want to work here, man. You got to be real with people, man. What you mean? Oh, he might be. I can't give it. Man, bruh, straight up, man. Let's go. It's game time. Tell him what it is so you need to find that out tomorrow, bruh. You trying to get that done, get it done.
Yeah. All right.
But,
bro, it's a filing of the document.
As far as that
Come on,
goes,
man. All right, real quick. So hold on, yo. You sign IRS documents within the first 7 days of you working at a job. The first 7 days they got you signing IRS documents. So you can at any time update any information. You have to. If you update your address, you have to update your address. Update the information, bro. It's time to play ball.
Yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm about to exempt the whole. Right now I'm just trying to use this to get up that fund so I could start up my little business on the side. This is why I'm kind of like dealing with these people right now, because before this here, I had my own little business. I wasn't really taking care of my business. So right now it's like a little start over. They pay me a decent amount, but now I'm looking at this tax shit like, I already know what's going on. I already know this tax is a fraud and, whatever. I'm ready to just like get everything I can get and just move on and be about my whole business. But, out in New York, this whole construction shit on the industry out here is rough. It's about greed, I work with a bunch of Mexicans with no paperwork. Yeah.
Supply and demand dynamics is working against you over there because there's a lot of people willing to work, do that type of work. So they got a lot of, people willing to do it so they can pick and choose who they want and fire whoever they want and stuff like that. Plus New York, man, they grimy. New York and Chicago, man, they don't play with their unions and they be locking all that down, man.
Yeah.
So
like I said,
I
the
feel
few people that's in a union out there, and I hate saying this, but the ones that's in the union is like 99% white. Word. I already know the game, man. Like I know how commerce operate. I know how that shit works, and I have a plan. And like I said, man, I'm not trying to. After this year, I'm trying to just work for myself. And if I can help anybody else out with their own little business, then so be it. But at the same time, I always see the game is very disgusting, and I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna get back and do what I gotta do.
Brother, you got a talent. You got a skill.
I got a few talents, man. Yeah, I got a few of them.
Yep, you got a talent. You got a skill. Build around that, and do what you got to do to get that popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it. You can do it. You got it. It's nothing. All this stuff, we talking about, man, it's paperwork, it's public information. We can all read about it, man. It's not tough. It's what you got inside of you. It's that spirit. It's that talent. That's what's hard. And, I know my people. I know my brothers and sisters. I know we got it. And that's why they pulling all these funny little tricks on us, because they need to do that, because if the playing field was level, they would be out of here. We would take all the good jobs, all the good spots. Because we smart, man. We capable. We loyal. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But they can't stop you building you. They might stop you from building with them, but they can't stop you building with you and building for you, so building for your family and building with your, with people of like mind and stuff. And even that way, man, you keep more of your money. There's less overhead. And here's the thing. Running a small business, there's less overhead. You keep more of the money. And then you put the cars in the company name and expense it. You know what I'm saying? And you pay that first, and then you pay taxes on that. After that, you pay your expenses first as a company. Whereas then you pay your taxes last. As a employee, you pay your taxes first, and then you pay your expenses last.
Yeah. See, my thing is, I'm not a financial dude. Like I said, my skills is a whole nother department. So, like, when I started my own business, like, I'm just getting back in this work field. I had my own business for, like, 4 or 5 years. I wasn't handling it correctly. I didn't know about Dons and Braskin. I didn't know about certain things. So now I'm getting into whatever. I came across the website, the information that's being thrown out there. I'm like, let me see how I can work this out in a different level. But now I'm kind of stuck to the point where it's like they tax me to death. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at that tax money that's coming out, that could be used for something that I could use based off on my business. And the expense to live out here in New York is very high right now.
Look at this,
brother. Check one bedroom.
Man, I bet you The average bedroom is what? Tell me. I want to hear it.
1,300
years since I've been out there.
1,300.
And what
yeah.
borough? And what borough? What borough are you talking about? You Brooklyn?
Like I pretty much say Queens, a little bit of Brooklyn, and Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan is expensive.
The one bedroom.
Man, you get a studio apartment in Manhattan, be like $1,500 for the studio. I mean, you can touch all the walls standing right there.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I know people that got companies making millions, like $5 million a year, and they W-2 themselves, $45,000 a year, and they claim their child and get $8,000 back in taxes on the child credits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wide open.
They ain't ready
it's
for
wide open over here. I'm telling you.
They ain't ready for what are they doing? Y'all hearing it? Because it's like watching the news, man. It's like watching the commercial, man. Y'all not catching it, man.
Yeah,
they didn't teach us. It's like Sharif said, man. We want to talk, but I mean, it's all about hustling. It's all about the will to succeed and get
Sharif,
better.
I got your information, man. I'm gonna definitely hit you up, bro. For real, man. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I think I've been on this radio station for a good 2 months now, man. I'm like, wow, I never knew this shit existed. Like, I'm just tuning in. I'm at my job playing all your old joints. Like, wow, this is what I need right now, man. I'm around these grease boys, motherfuckers, and excuse my, but
we get it, boy.
Look, I work for a billionaire. He owns 25 complexes. He owns. He's doing it. I can't even hate on this dude. But I look around at everybody like, damn, they doing it more than us right now, man.
All right, so look, this is the problem, brother. The problem is you don't have the correct structure. You don't have the correct structure. Once you get the correct structure, then we can build off the proper foundation. And that's a big challenge for most of our people. See, everybody wants to come on the phone. Once again, this is like a deja vu. Everybody wants to come on the phone and we'll talk about all this glossy stuff what's wrong with all of our people. No, the base element is the tax structure. Once you get your solidified affairs with the tax structure correctly, you can build from that point forward. And that's why it's so important. That's why we're talking about these two particular documents. They are tax-related. These are things that you have to be aware of. When you can build off a solid foundation, you definitely can build an empire. And very, very quickly, he just talked about getting a damn stipend back or some type of credit back from the government. These are the things that rich people do. I mean, this is – come on, guys. If you can't catch the codes, then it wasn't meant for you. But it's time to wake up and run your business affairs. Like, you either want to so-called, I want to own a business. Everybody say they want to own a business. Well, how come you don't even own your labor? You don't own your labor. Your job owns your labor. That's why they're taxing you first. Everybody's got their hand in your pot first because you didn't know how to come to the table first. And that's respectable. That's respectable, brothers and sisters. But, okay, now you have the opportunity to come out of the darkness into the light. It's up to you whether y'all going to play ball. Sooner or later.
Right. Definitely. I feel that, man.
Here's the thing. And anybody sitting on this line or listening to this in the archives, we put this public information out here. But like my man said, it's about structure. And if you listening, we got a promotion running right now for a $55 donation. And we'll help you get get your whole situation structured. And that's exponentially less than what you'll pay any financial advisor or certified public accountant or whatever. Because, I'll tell you, I'll speak for me. I'm good. I don't need to be. I'm good. I'm doing this because I want my people to be good too. But I also know that I've learned by trying to throw my pearls in front of swine. I've learned how people turn against me after I spent thousands of dollars on them trying to help them out and trying to make them better because they didn't want it. And they felt like I was stunting. So I deal with this medium because I want to give back, but I also want to give it back to people who are willing to receive. You know what I'm saying? So when I jump on here and I get to talking and spitting all this that I know about this public, number one, I want to say that just as much as I know, Brother Sharif knows on the private side, and he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. He sits back and lets me talk, and people be like, oh, so you the man. Yeah, okay, whatever. But really, Sharif knows so much that he cannot say because it's private. And we sit here and try to tell you. Brother Youssef, will tell you, you don't mix public and private. So, I'm you can look at me and consider me Brother Sharif Strawman, because I'm out here in commerce finding everybody, and I'm going to convey them back into the private for Brother Sharif. So anybody who's really trying to learn, really trying to know what's good, you know, you're going to hear what I'm saying, you're going to hear what I'm talking, and you're going to be like, you know what, this promotion that they're doing is actually a really good deal. Let me holler at these brothers because they know what they're talking about, they know what they're doing, and they're really trying to help us. They ain't trying to get our money. They just know the how the universe works and correspondence and the law of cause and effect. You know, you don't get nothing for free, ever. So we just out here trying to give back, man, but at the same time, it's like my man said, it's structure. It's something that you weren't taught, and ain't nobody looking down on you or trying to come at our people or condescendingly, at least not over here on the vault, because at least, you know, we were there once before, and it's just instruction that we haven't received. And once you receive the instruction, you're going to be whooping like Ali. You know, you're going to turn around and whoop the IRS like my man.
Brother,
be doing getting the
brother,
my man be getting angry.
I mean, I pose one question to everybody on the line, just to give a generalization. If everybody on the line can please press 1 and tell me the first document that you need to establish when you establish a trust. Then you can press 1 and share that idea. These are things that we are operating in. And if you don't operate in these entities, you can't bang with us. It's not even worth jeopardizing our family's wealth.
That's under UCC?
What's that?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I want to let 2 callers come in. We have a couple of callers that press 1, and I'm gonna honor these callers real quick. Let me mute you out 1 second, brother. And let you know that document. Do you have an answer? Do you know that one document, the first document?
I gotta think on that one.
All right, because I'm about to drop a jewel, and I don't even like having to do this. Go ahead, brother.
Repeat that again, though. Repeat that.
I asked, please tell me the first document you need to establish when you are establishing a trust. It's an essential document, the first document. You ain't got it. All right, cool. We're gonna go to some people real quick. We're gonna go to some people.
We'll come back to you, brother.
I'm gonna open up their line. 213-909. Peace. Sharif Ali, SoL on the vault, highfrequencyradio.com. Let's get it. Please answer the question.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. My name is Mike. I don't know. I got referred to you by a friend of mine named P.A. He told me to call Sharif and ask him a legal question. But you guys, I wanted to ask you a question pertaining trademark, if you know anything about it.
I know about trademarks.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. I'm trying to trademark.
So you want to? So can we? Cannot? Y'all breaking my flow, man. That's crazy, man. We about to pause on your question. I love you. I appreciate you. Please pause on that question. I have a point to prove, so we can move forward, and I will honor your question. Respect, brother.
Respect.
Thank you. All right. Do you have the first initial document? No.
No, sir.
Thank you. All right. Next caller. We're going to go to caller 215-400. Please share your thoughts.
Peace, brother Sharif. Peace, brother Show. This is E from Philly. You know,
E always coming through. Hey, hold on, E. E be dropping by, so E might come. So I'm just letting the audience know E might bring the heat. Let's hear what you got to say, because he might be the next dealer out here on the network. Like, let's get it. So please, let's hear your thoughts, brother.
Bro, I'm sending you a text message right now. But I don't know the answer definitely, but I'm gonna definitely swing on it. I believe in order to establish a trust, you would probably need your birth certificate to put that in the trust.
Man, I believe in you too.
Right.
Sharif hyped you up.
Yeah,
Sharif hyped you up. I believe in you.
All right.
I ain't scared. I swung on it though.
No,
I feel you. No, I love
it.
Respect the E. All right, E. But you're about to love what you're about to get. Take this to the bank. Take this for everything that any other question is going to be asked to me tonight. Brother, asking me about a trademark. This is the first thing you're supposed to do. People, you're supposed to get an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. That is the first thing you sign. It's called protecting your intellectual property. It's protecting your assets, your signature, what you are going to put in a contract. NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Bam, that's the first document we putting up in front of your face. The second document, like we said, is talking about trust, is we're going to do the trust indenture and all those other things.
Indenture. Well, non-disclosure agreement.
So I'm done on that.
You cannot speak about what you're about to see.
Go ahead.
Hey, let's go back in line. Let's go back in line as we answer the calls, so we don't mess up the order. If you don't mind, Brother Sharif.
No, definitely, brother. All right, so let's go in line. We got. Oh wow, something just happened for a second. The first question will be coming from this brother. Brother 2-1. Oh wow. That was crazy. Excuse me about that, guys. Who just hopped on the line? Did I open up someone else's line?
They don't know. They don't know if they're muted or not.
All right. I guess they don't know if they're muted or not, right? But you're open. That's good. All right, cool. So we're going to open up 213-909. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Mike. And
Mike, peace, brother.
Peace. Yeah, the question I wanted to know, man, like, I have a clothing line, and it's copywritten. It's been copywritten, but I want to trademark a logo, and I got the trademark paperwork back from Alexander, Virginia. The question I want to know is, who can I go to? Because I don't want to go to these. I have the trademark paperwork on paper. You fill it out. You send the money order. You send them the design. But what I don't know how to do is fill it out right, because it says here, if you don't fill it out right, we're going to send it back. And it already takes 13 months to get a result. So I would like to know, who can I talk to who can walk me through this? I'll pay them. That's more, because it already costs $375 to get it trademark. But if I can, because I don't know how to do it, honestly. Because if I did, I would do it myself.
You are going to do it yourself. Guess what, buddy? You're in the corner. You're in the middle of the world by yourself. You are in this universe by yourself. Did you come through that hole by yourself, brother? Yes, you indefinitely going to leave through a hole by yourself, brother. So guess what, brother? If you need assistance, ask for it. But just know, brother, this is on your shoulders, soldier.
Right.
I can assist you with that. Yes, sir. To answer your question, unequivocally, yes. Yes, I have familiarity with trademarks,
right?
Patent, but majority with copyrights,
right?
Specifically copyrights, but yes, they're all out of the same office.
Okay.
Trademark, patent, and copyright office. So yes, I can help you with that.
Okay.
So what I would suggest is you hit us up at hfrn.vault@gmail.com, and we can get that arranged for you.
Okay. Okay, that's cool, man. I appreciate that, man, because I don't even want to put my stuff out there, man, until it's trademarked. It's that hot.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. That's wonderful. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's already been copywritten. It's been copywritten since 2001, but with so many clothing lines, I couldn't compete with those dudes. So now that they're all gone now, the G Units, the Rockawares, the Fubus, the Sean Johns, the Mark Echo, the Inichis, all of them are gone. Now I'm coming back. Now I'm starting my line,
Okay. Man, I would like to see some of your work as well.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, the name of my line is Mari S, and it's spelled Mari -S, and it means marvelous attire, rich in style. Me and two other cats started in prison 15 years ago, but whoever got out first started it, so I started it. The first thing I did when I paroled was, no, real talk, the first thing I did when I paroled was I sent the copyrights to Library of Congress. I did that first with my logos so boom, I got that out the way.
They sent you back.
Yeah, I got all that. I got the receipt. I got everything. I got the paperwork, everything, certificate. So with that being said, my mom retired, and I moved to North Carolina. I got in the construction game, but when that died, I doubled back to California. Now I'm getting my clothing line off the ground. Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah. So
congratulations, man. Big up.
Yeah, thanks. So it's been copywritten. That's the first thing I did. Now I already got hats, and I already got my tags. Each month because I'm on disability, I'm putting something in the business. Now I want to do my signature trademark, which is what I have right now. I got the paperwork, but I don't know how to do. So since I got your information, I'm definitely going to get at you. But I'm on Facebook, mariesmike.com, gmail.com. Yeah. One
more time.
Definitely.
One mariesmike, gmail.com.
All right. Look.
Yeah.
I want you when you hit us up, man. Send me some of your stuff, and I'd rather borrow it with you. I'd rather get some gear than some of those Federal Reserve notes or something. So definitely hit us up, man, and let's work something out.
Okay. Well, I'll hit you up, man. But right now, I don't have my stuff like getting made. Like I got my hats, but I want to get this one. Like I said, each month yeah.
We take IOUs from our brothers and sisters that are of their word.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll help you get your business right, get your stuff straight, get you set up, get you structured. And then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
God, chop, y'all running over here. Y'all giving deals like that now. All right, I heard that.
Nah. That was just for helping fill out the application, bro. The other stuff,
Yeah.
That was a disclaimer. Yeah, HFRN .vault VAULT @gmail.com.
Oh, VAU. Okay. Okay, I got you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. My boy. Great. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. You guys are good, man.
You think so? Dang, man, I like to hear that compliment. That's a shining compliment. Brother, I'm working hard over here in the dark, brother.
My homeboy recommended me to you guys, man. My homeboy PA. So he said, call them up, man. They straight, man, and listen to them.
All right, shout out to you, Mike. Shout out to PA, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. PA, everybody. Definitely glad we could reach out here, brothers and sisters. Definitely.
For sure, man.
Appreciate
you.
Man.
Peace and blessings,
appreciate
man.
You.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Peace.
All
right, you listening to Sharif Ali and So L. Dang, why that guy just dropped off like this? Like a bandit. You on there, brother? Yeah. Say, brother, you there? 215-400. Peace, you on the line?
Oh, yeah, bro, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah? How you living over there in the frozen tundra?
Alright, man. It's a little rainy, a little soggy over here. But, over here getting educated. Listening to you brothers dropping bombs out here, destroying the corrupted commercial world.
It ain't corrupt, brother. It's just the way you gotta get educated, man. We gotta get educated, bro. That's all it is. The paper's right there before us. But, it's not even like it's super complex. If you say you know English and you say you can read and write, then you should be able to read.
I hate to go against you, but it's war. It's commercial war. Commercial Valley. This commercial world is war. So, we out here, we just trying to blow a hole through the defenses so our people can get through. But, Brother Sharif is correct. We need to learn. We need to study. Huh?
Hey, what they say, leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. If you ain't a reader, you ain't leading nowhere. So, we about to move forward, man, hard body. I'm about to make sure that our people know where we're coming from, making sure that we're doing the righteous thing. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This has been a great episode. We've been talking about you actually doing your 1099 versus your actual, doing your actual, W-2.
W-2.
And these are things that, the W-2s. And these are the things that, So and I have talked about, things that we built on. And we just want to make sure that our people are aware of what is going on and actually be prepared for, how to build in this commercial world. So we're not looking to, and I just want to let everybody know, SOD is living it. This is not the hype you up talk you talk. This isn't the speech or the lecture that's coming from a stage. This is coming from, hey, brothers and sisters, you can come into my house. You can come into my mansion because I built this from the ground up, because I came in and I built multiple companies. This is what we're doing. We're not talking on that fuzzy talk, that not keep your word talk. And so, brothers and sisters, when it comes to you actually knowing how to build a business, this is what we do. This brother has built businesses in the public, and we are focusing now as a team collectively to build bigger businesses in the private and build even ones in the public. It doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore, because whatever system falls, we will be prepared, because we have a system in place. We have a system. You want to know what they call it back in the day, cuz? You want to know what they call it?
What's that?
So you want to know what they call it? They used to call it a system of trust. You have levees of trust in place. That's why they call it a system of trust in place, It's crazy, And we releasing this knowledge into the public. Do you know, it's cool to even talk about it. They don't even care that you talk about it, but if they know how you're implementing it and the strategy is implemented, and so the people in this line do not know the power and the resource that we possess, because we are playing the game. We've always played it to win, and that's why we have the connections we have. It's not about necessarily what you know. It's about who you know. Yes, guys, I am a networker. That's why I'm on this network, because I built networks. And so the network is that you have to have a network that's going to give you a positive net worth. These are these little cliches that we hear. When are you going to duplicate that knowledge? When is it going to be where you can implement it? The implementation starts when you are willing to invest in yourself and drop everything. It's a fire, guys. The market is changing. Are you riding the big wave or are you riding the small wave? I'm riding the big wave. You know what happens when you ride the big waves? You become legendary. You become in history. They put you up in the diner. When everybody comes to that city as a tourist, they put you up as the guy that rode the big kahuna. I'm going to be that guy. Are you going to be that guy for your community? Because guess what? There's somebody in your community that's like that y'all look up to. Whether it's Martin Luther King or whoever, if they influence millions, you have to be that guy. The generation he influenced is gone. It's your turn. It's your turn. Now, we're going to be generals and leaders, or are you going to just listen to this phone call, and it's going to be another great positive conscious thing for our so-called African descendants in this information land? Guys, I'm doing this radio show. We can build business partners and positive trustees. We're traveling the world. This show is bigger than me. I just want to make sure that we get the basics out. The basics is history. History is a system of trust set up in place. It's an estate set up in place. We talked about that last week, so no one hit us up about it this week on the show right now. Last week we had a lot of inquiries through the email. A lot of people inquired about the estate, and the estate was cool.
My bad. Yeah, I think from all the inquiries we got, it looked like the predominant theme was, people are trying to get their commercial affairs in order. I think people understand that, something isn't right, that, they shouldn't be getting all this money taken out of their checks. They shouldn't be paying all this for the bills. I think people have an innate understanding that, we are minors in the commercial world, and I think people are trying to get their stuff together. So I think once people get their commercial affairs in order, they'll start coming and gravitating more to the private, as such as myself. But right now, we're getting whooped, we're getting beat Ali style, and even though I'm not locked down by W-2, and I'm not locked down, depending, on a corporation that I don't control or own, to pay my bills or, put food on my table. I still feel, and I'm not far away. It's like I just crossed the street, but I can still hear, the wailing and the crying and the moaning of, my people, my brothers and sisters right across the street, because, it's really tough and it's really hard. And I think, here at the Vault and High Frequency Radio, shout out to Yusuf L. I think we just want to teach the basics and help get our people out of, what we know that we're in. And even though, I'm in the position I am, I'm here by myself, so I'm not in this position. You know what I'm saying? I'm still with my people. My heart is with my people. My soul is with my people. And, I was given the opportunity to turn my back on my people and mislead my people for a nice gain, and I chose not to. And I'm just here to help teach the basics. One of the basics being, we gotta start from scratch. It don't matter how much money you're making if these fools got their hands in your pocket. So the first thing we got to do is get these fools' hands out of our pockets. And it starts with, correcting your status from a W-2 worker to, a 1099 contract, corporation owner, and then you contract with your corporation that will give you more favorable terms and, pay your bills and your stuff out of pre-tax money versus post-tax money. Also, we need to really think, do we need all the things that we're paying for? Do we need all the megabytes of internet? Do we need the newest iPhone or the newest Android? Do we need dubs on the whip, but we don't own a property yet? Do we need these name brand clothes and the nails and the hair and all these things that we do and we spend our money on, and the Jordans and there's all this stuff? Do we need this, or do we need a change? Do we need education? Do we need to hold on to more of our paper and our money? Do we need to break out of this?
Hey, brother, so I was thinking about that earlier because I went into the shoe store and I said, okay, think about it from the company perspective. You have a pair of walking shoes, so why would you need another pair? Oh, you don't need a new pair of walking shoes because these shoes are not unneedable. So you just want a new pair of shoes. And I was like, oh, okay. So I left. But the company, you got to ask yourself, if you're allotted a certain amount of shoes from your company a year, isn't that how you operate? Okay, if you start calculating, damn, I buy shoes 3 times a year. Okay, well, next year, you know that the company needs to pay for 3 pair of shoes. These are the things that our people need to start thinking about mentally. This is why I put this information out. So I just want to share that with you, brother, because like you say, keyword is need. There's a big difference between those 2 words. And can you share maybe a little bit about your life and how you operate, why you're maybe not flashy and why you may not be like, let me be,
Yeah, but more quickly, and then I'll curve around to that, is, when it comes to, figuring out the things that we need, we're encouraged to do certain things, whether you want to admit it or not. Beyond getting, these people out of your pocket, we got to deal with the fear. The fear of doing something different, the fear of stepping outside of the box, the fear of, quitting your job, maybe, and be like, you know what, bump all this, I'm done, and then putting yourself in a position to where you got to figure out how to make something happen, that you got to rely on your creativity. And I think, a lot of us, we want to get these people out of our pockets. We want to have more money in our pockets. We want to be happier. We want to go on trips. We don't want to do what we do, but we have this fear. And I think the fear and the pride is what our people really need to deal with, because, as I was coming up, I didn't have nothing. I had holey shoes, wrinkled shirts. We didn't have an iron, nothing, ironing board. Like I wouldn't even go any further, because I know I'm telling you what you already know, because this is how you grew up as well. So what I did have was my word and I had my reputation. So, I stunned. I would boast, talk loud, get brolic with people to appear bigger and stronger and more confident than I was, because that's all I had. And I understand that, a lot of our people, we flash because, we used to not having stuff. So when we finally get something, we want everybody to know. Plus, because I'm worth it, we know we're worth it. But the delayed gratification is what we're missing. So as far as what you wanted me to share with the people, could you repeat that, Brother Sharif? Brother Sharif, did you reach yourself out?
You answered my question, brother. You answered my question.
Oh, okay. I just think, we got my people have ego, so we don't like to learn. We like to learn, but we don't like to admit that we don't know. So that's where the twist comes in, because we love to learn, but we don't like to admit that we don't know. So therefore, if we admit that we don't know, then we'll learn. But the fact that we don't admit that we don't know, then we don't learn. So it's like this weirdness, right, and we don't like that. Also, we have been put into a state of fear on purpose throughout multiple years. Some would say hundreds of years. And it's hard, and we're so proud, we don't acknowledge how much fear we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Oh, man, here come the police. Oh, man, put that down. Hey, man, my wife's going to kick me out. Hey, we deal with a lot. The white man coming, he gonna fire me. We deal with so much fear every day, more fear than most other cultures, because I've traveled the world and I've seen this. And we don't acknowledge it, so we don't work to change it or get out of it. So what I want anyone listening right now, live or in the archives, I want you to take a real good tally, an honest tally, of how many things you're afraid of, how many things that scare the shit out of you, and the things that you do because of that fear. Now I want you to think about what situation would you need to be in to not be afraid anymore. And then I want you to think about, what do you need to do to get there? And then I want you to know that you can do that. You just have to know that and take the first step to get there. I wasn't born rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't even consider myself rich. I consider myself cool. I consider myself free, but I'm free of debt. I don't worry about my bills every month. I'm not stressing, which is what I grew up doing about money, always stressing. Is this, we going to be able to feed this? Can we pay this? Can I pay that? Is the lights going to get cut off? We're going to have to use the oven for heat, so on and so forth. But
so on and so forth. It did not even have a mansion that you want, because you over here talking about, I don't need no mansion, because I don't need no mansion. Yo, get out of here, yo. Yo, Jamie Foxx, his mansion houses his family. He has an estate. So when y'all want to talk about, he sold out to the devil and all this other stuff, he turned on the Heath Hollywood. Yeah, you right. He took care of his family when he got to the top. Then you got the vultures that be like, well, he didn't take care of all of them. How many you taking care of him? First of all, why we in his business? I'm just pointing out that, that people try to point out that rich people, they try to point out that rich people in our community don't house an estate. But we have people that know Jamie Foxx, that individual houses an estate for his family. This is real talk. This is not... go ahead, brother.
I go broke in 45 days if I try to help everybody. Because the thing of it is, it would be infinite and never ending, because motherfuckers would become dependent on what I'm doing and wouldn't get up and do it for themselves. And they get mad at me because I'm not doing nothing for them. Oh, you good, man. You're good. So look at you. You're good. Why aren't you? And it's hard to deal with people like that, man.
Yeah,
laying down, talking about pick me up, mad at me because I won't pick them up. Like, man, stand up next to me. Come on, let's do this. Nah, man, you good, man. You good. Help me out, man. It's embarrassing. It hurts. And, it's one of the main reasons why I'm on this, this radio station, is why I do this, why I co-host this show with you, why I take this time out of my life, you know what I'm saying, to talk to my people, because, I know we need it, and we can do better. We going to do better.
Definitely. We're going to do better for sure. We're about to pull in another. Nah, I know. We're about to pull in another caller real quick. We're about to pull in another caller real quick. So you're listening to Sharif Ali on the vault. He got a lot of background noise. You can't calm that down?
Yeah, hold on. I roll up my windows, man.
All right,
California.
The music.
On the 405. And what's up, Sharif?
What's up, brother? What's up? Peace, brother.
I'm cool. That was my folks, man. I know you don't always use my acronym, PA, but that was my homie with it on the trademark situation, man.
Oh, for real, P. Weezy, that's your man. That's what's up. That's what though. That's live. That's
right,
good.
Man, the OG, that's a real OG right there, boy. I'm trying to bring him into the private. Hey, check it out, man. One of my questions, too, I just wanted to ask, what's a good reference, in the public to get familiar with the 1099? Actually, I'm going to be coming at you guys to get more familiar, but I'm waiting on a project through a particular entity. So I was just saying, for now, what's a good reference, just on the public-wise, to get familiar with? That's just something I had on my mind right quick.
What's up, man? This is Brother Soap, L. The best way I could tell you to do it, as far as a primer, would simply be to go to a search engine such as Google and type in 1099 contract agreement. And what it is you're contracting as an independent contract. So, you're not in you're contracting through another business with a business. So instead of them hiring you and putting you on a payroll, they sign a contract of employment with you for a certain amount of time for a specified amount that they're going to give you, that your company, and the company, disperses the fund as it needs and as it sees fit. If you're in control of the company, then there you go. But, Google independent contractor agreement, and then just look over it, and you'll get an idea of, what's going on and what really is taking place and transpiring when you're using something like that.
All right, brother. I appreciate that. Brother. Yeah, they are, bro.
All right,
I just moved that out. I just had that question. Like I said, I just want to let you know that was my folks, man.
That's what's up. We appreciate the love all day, every day.
I'm in traffic right now, listening to you guys.
We appreciate it, brother.
We appreciate that. Be safe out there on that road, brother.
I want to be like y'all when I grow up. I'm working on it, bro.
We just
I appreciate that, man. I'm going to do that, too,
Yeah, hit the push, definitely. Yeah, bruh. That's how we come through. Did anybody have any more questions on the line? We know that we usually do our best to keep it on topic about the W-2s or the 1099. You can press 1 on the line. All you got to do is just call in if you want to call in. We still are on the time call where you can call in and ask a question, and that question is 424-222-5250. And we just want to be able to answer your questions because, guys, this is the information that most of our people don't have. You can say, oh, well, I'm a business owner. Okay, guys, so here we go. So is there a business tax in the public?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what the general capital gains tax is?
Like 40-50%.
Thank you. So, I got a public business. Oh, yeah, buddy, my buddy. That's why I stayed away from public businesses for so long, because I knew they were taxed at the highest level. That's why I stayed with the sole prop, and that's why I stayed switching the funds, because I knew what was going on. I knew it. So you guys want to say here, I got these OGs coming, I got my own business, I got my own business, I got my own business. If they don't have a trust, then they're losing. And then the ones that got the trust, they're not going to tell you. Why would they tell you? You don't have one. They can't do business with you. You don't have the entity that they can trade and do private business with. These are people that have foundations. If they have large lump sums of money, they need to be able to put it in entities that they can amass wealth. Some people have good private foundations. You know what? So I would love to see these public figures in their private foundations or their foundations. I would love to see their inner workings to see if it's really set up to where they got something of value, or did they just set it up as an entity of the past that I'm aware of. That our people haven't been locked into. No, they don't know this. They don't have this conversation with me and Soul every day. Uh-oh. I think Soap fell off. Oh, no, he's still there. My B's over.
No, I'm right here.
Nah, you good. I'm about to bring in another caller right now. We got somebody else with their hand up, and I appreciate the callers calling in right now. There's someone with their hand up. 404-427. Peace.
ATL.
Peace. You on High Frequency Radio in the Vault with Sharif Ali, and so that was good. Uh-oh. No question, comment, or challenge? All right. Yeah.
It was hang gliding.
Yeah, they were hang gliding right there, like super flying right there, man. That's what's up. Super flying. We're going to go ahead and handle another caller right here, 773-930. Peace.
Greetings. How are you?
Peace. We got a queen on the line. Peace. This is Sharif Ali. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I have a question. This is actually my first time listening in on the call, and I kind of came in late. But I heard enough where you all definitely have my attention. And, I mean, I have a job that I've, been at for 3 years now, and I'm definitely interested in turning this around and doing this for myself. I absolutely feel like I'm wasting a lot of time. I have 3 sons, and I think they deserve a little bit more of my time than, the job. So, I mean, how do I go about making that happen? I hear you guys talking about going, working for yourself or having your business and this whole thing with the W-2s and the 1099s and so forth. So, how do I go about making that happen?
So, generally, that would be explained in a private session. Okay. Specifically, we have a promotional rate right now, which is $55, but that rate is going to change. The information that you're learning is, you say, some people say, okay, a lawyer is going to do this for you. And you can go to talk to a lawyer, and the lawyer is going to charge you $1,500 to do your articles of incorporation. He's going to do your articles of association and all those documents that you would file to create an LLC or a business. So we're not charging you that. I'm not charging you anything. What we're, like I said, is asking for a donation of $55 privately, but if so would like to add any more value to that, to your question, like I said, we're here for you, sister. I mean, So's more public. He can answer since you're public and you're talking about from an employee standpoint.
Okay.
All right, peace, sister.
Peace.
Just where to start? I would start by taking control of your labor, and the way you can take control of your labor is, in my opinion, is that you contract with your current employer in a different capacity. The process that personally worked for me in my personal experience was owning my own company, getting the funds dispersed to the company for whatever I did, dispersing corporate liabilities first, and then anything left over, W-2 or payroll into myself at a lower tax, in a lower tax bracket to maximize deductions and credits. As far as being on the air in the public, that's probably about as deep as I'll go into it.
Okay. But, how do I go about setting for a consultation?
You can email us at HFRN period vault VAULT at gmail.com. So that's HFRN.vault@gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
But it's essentially getting yourself off of a company's payroll and controlling the vehicle that is used to essentially contract out your labor.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to go,
I
sister?
think,
Gratitude.
That's how we talking over here. I appreciate the love. We appreciate, you inquiring, and that's what we feeling. So, we definitely look forward to building with you and, giving you the instructions to move forward. It's very something simple. What's so honorable is that my brother so lived what he's going to share with you. And it's just like, well, okay. Now you'll either say, okay, I'm living the same thing you're living. And I look forward to building with you more. So if you have any other questions, comments, let me know. What's good? What's good?
Well, that's kind of it for right now. I appreciate the time, though.
Definitely, anytime. Definitely. Please feel free to tune into the show and share with anybody that is young and they want to start a business. This information is very simple. It's very simple with the documents. The thing about it is it's not even that all the information we're talking about is public. All the information we're talking about. All this information, you can literally go talk to a lawyer. They'll share this information with you. But a lot of them might, why is it in their interest to share this information with you? Then you won't need them. So these are the things that we have. I know we have a caller at 561. I see you hopped in. Just give me 1 sec. We're going to pull in another caller. We had to address this queen. We appreciate her stepping up to the plate and, addressing the high-frequency family and the Vault family and Sharif Ali and so. We appreciate you, sister. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
All right, we're going to the next caller, 347. We're going to address these callers tonight. 282, you listen to Sharif Ali on High Frequency Radio. It's the show. He with us. Let's get it. You there, brother? Is this a brother there at 347-282?
Yeah, it was good, man.
What's good, brother? Peace, man. What's your name, brother?
It's Khadib. I just called in earlier. Remember?
What's good, brother? You back in here? You got a question or comment, brother?
I don't know. You unmute me. Pretty much ain't much from what we were talking about before or whatever. We're doing a little thinking of everything that was said. And like I said before, man, I'm doing this the same way how my own boy explained it. You want to do this for the people.
Excuse me, real quick, brother.
Yeah.
It's good that you came back in here real quick because I liked it. Because when you were talking, you used a word that I was like, okay, did so here this red flag or this flag that he actually threw up? You said an exemption, and I'm saying like, okay, what type of exemption is this brother talking about? Because when you hear Soap was talking to the sister just now, he was talking about deductions and credits. So I would like to know what exemption you particularly talking about, brother, because I wasn't clear on that actually, and we continued in the conversation.
All right. Well, what I was trying to say at the time is, now I got my little knowledge about how this tax thing operates and how it's never been legalized for us to pay taxes. And
whoa,
huh? And
no, you rolling. I said, whoa, my man. You hit hitting points. Yeah.
And I came across a few documents. I've been reading a few things about how to actually take care of that. I'm just ready to do it now. Get that out. Get that out the way because I'm tired of paying for people who slaving, man. I'm paying for somebody it's never gonna like we all said, it's no money. It's a big game, and they are functional of our labor. They're using our labor for whatever purpose, and we paying a price, and I'm tired. Like, they taxing me every check I get. I'm like, wow, like, how can I live off of this? Being in New York at
so
that,
I got a question for you. How much?
Yeah.
See, this is what I ask my brothers and sisters. I mean, this is college, brother. We're talking about college. You talking about IRS documents. You talk about going in and talking to these guys and, you know, doing all these different things. What do you mean, brother? These people are paid $60,000 to $80,000 to learn how to read. I was talking to Soda about this the other day. These people are getting paid to read, bro. How are you not reading? You don't know the code. They know the code. So think about it, brother. What it comes down to is you being able to say, okay, you know what? I don't know this, so I'm a partner with some brothers that know something that can enhance my basic fundamental structure. Your basic fundamental structure, brother. It's different. Look, you already know. We were given the middle class information if we went to a public school. We were given the employee information, the W-2 information. We have to learn now. And how much are you willing to invest in it? Are you willing to invest $55? I don't know. I just know some brothers and sisters. You know, hey, I know some brothers and sisters, man. They're gonna sit over there and guess what? They're going to be stuck with the documents of the W-2 for the rest of their life until they come across the knowledge of actually how to do it.
Put it like this, man. My laptop is full with y'all webinars. I've been just ordering left and right. I'll be honest, I haven't had time to actually go through a lot because it's a job and coming home at a certain time and my kids. You know, I need that time. Like, it's taking a lot of time away from me for me to actually sit down and really study. But once I get past that and I know what I'm doing, then I can put that other shit up to the side. Like, you know, this is important right here. But I've been investing a lot. I'm definitely investing more. I've been on here with your show for a while now. I like how you break down things, and you know, it's on good. This is good information, man. You know.
Look, I would like to talk and and speak to what you said earlier as far as how they're taking all the money from the taxes and how it's hard to make ends meet, especially in a city like New York. And I agree with you, and brother, what you said is the reason why I'm involved with high frequency, so I can help from that situation. And the way I help from that situation is by telling you that the first thing you need to do is get control of your labor, because whoever you're punching that clock to, they own your labor. But there's ways in the commercial world to get control of your labor. And you say, there's no real money, there's no substance in the commercial world, and that's true. But I can sit here and tell you honestly that I'm taking this, these debt notes, these Federal Reserve notes, and I'm converting them into real money. I'm pulling it from the public to the private side right now as I'm speaking on the phone. I got stuff working in the background that I built up that it was hard to do, and I had to sacrifice, and I had to not go to the club when everybody was going to the club, and I was saving every penny. I was going to the thrift store. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying pants from the thrift store and taking them to the tailor to make it look like it fit me and stuff. Like I'm really, really hustling to the point where now everything is cool. And what I'm saying is the first thing I did was I took control of my labor. So I wasn't paying as much taxes, so I was being able to put more money away. And the more money I put away, the safer I felt and the more comfortable I got. And the more comfortable I got, the more I start to think about other stuff besides paying my bills and being struggling. And the more I got to thinking about other stuff besides paying my bills and struggling, the more I started thinking about putting ways into implementing plans to where it's making money without me there. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
So the first thing I'm telling you, brother, is you got to start from where you're at. And where you're at, you got room to move. What you do every day, you can make more money doing what you do every day. If you make more money doing what you do every day, you won't have to do what you do every day as long. If you hustle and strive and put money up and invest in yourself and invest in your own businesses and your processes in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're gonna be sitting around figuring out where you're gonna fly to, you and your family. Where we gonna fly to? We going to the Caribbean? Y'all want to go to South Africa? Where you want to go? It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah, let me just clear what I said about there's no real money. Like, all right, I ain't mean to cut you off. Let me make it clear about when I say there's no real money, because I've been telling a lot of people this. I've been telling like an old friend of mine. There's one thing we gotta understand. We did it in commerce. A lot of people don't see it as an option. I see it because I learned so much and I did a lot of research. It is an option. Okay, it's an option because we either be under the government jurisdiction or we could be solvent. And I say it because if we want to be solvent, we get out of commerce, go live somewhere in the woods or whatever the case is, and build your own home or your own food, govern your own self. When I said there's no real money is because we choose to operate in commerce. So this puts a lot of jurisdiction in what we do want in life as far as we came is like we want the good thing. We want a car, a house, we want to explore and do more. We only could do that through commerce as far as that, I see it. So when I say there's no real money is, I meant by that is, there's really no value in it only if you're doing it with commerce. But you could really survive without having no money, no debt notes, if you want to call it, you could survive without that. Something that might cost a lot of people heads because they only used to live in commerce and live in this commercial entity that we live in now.
I can tell you this. Right now, I'm standing on the private side and the public side. I'm dealing in commerce and I'm private. I can tell you for sure that's what Yusuf's doing. I can tell you for sure that's what Brother Sharif's doing. I can tell you for sure that I'm taking these Federal Reserve notes and converting them into real assets. And I can tell you that I own them or I control them, and I possess them through certain, functionaries on the private side as well as on the public side. I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely correct. There is no substance. But the crazy thing is commerce is magical. It's kind of like Hollywood. It doesn't look real, but it can be real if you believe it. You know what I'm saying? And people believe it. So these Federal Reserve notes, I can hand them to someone, and they'll give me a car or silver. And, that's actual substance. So that's real. So now I got real substance. I got real money or so on that I got with this fake debt paper. That's amazing. That's great. It's wonderful. And that's all I'm about right now. And that's all I'm doing.
Could be you. And like you say, it could be utilized for you to go back into your solvent state of mind, your solvent place. It could be because I'm looking at that, bro. Like,
hold on. I never had a solvent place of mind. What is that?
A solvent place
Some
of mind.
Some fucking ape-man shit?
It's your original. I mean, like, it's all spiritual, like you said. My man, he just said everything is all spiritual, man. Like, we come from a place where this is all man-made. This ain't God didn't make this. This is all man-made shit right here. When I mean,
we don't believe in God, so we don't believe in God.
Nah,
so we don't.
Not,
so we don't know.
Not
so if it's man-made,
I don't believe in.
So if it's
I don't believe in God either.
So
I don't believe in God either. What I mean by God is.
All right, so we both brothers. We're utilizing technology to help our people. We're utilizing technology to help our people out, man. And that's what we got to. Let's just play offensively. We're in commerce. We're in capitalism, so we got to play capitalist. That's all I'm saying. We got to get commercial value out here. That's all. That's all we say on the line right now.
The illest thing about it is they as soon as we walk in any commercial venue, and you know who I'm talking about, they look at us, they look at the color of our skin, they look at our sneakers, and they think we're stupid. They assume we're stupid. You know how much I get over just because of the color of my skin and just playing dumb? How much I walk away with, just by utilizing that, Like I've gotten to a point where I'm able to turn all that negative into a positive. Because,
that's what we could do, man. That's what we could do.
We deal from the higher, like, take lemons and make lemonade and then sell it, and then, get some money off of it. Not only am I drinking, I'm also getting paper. So, and that's how I feel, and that's how it is. And we got this. We got this, and we can take advantage of our position. Like, instead of me being like, "Hey, bro, my life is terrible," blah blah blah, and I'm gonna go over to the store where I can negotiate prices and tell him that, because they know. I'm like, "Oh man, I was in the hood and I had to dumpster dive to get food. Oh, I'm sorry for you. Here, let me take another $100 off. Cha-ching." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I don't care. And I feel like that's what Jamie Foxx did. I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna act up my ass off, but at the end of the day, I'm taking care of my grandmama, my mama, my sister, my brother, even my crackhead uncle, all of them. We all good. We all good. We all good. And I like commerce. I deal with commerce because I look at the UCC as being the mule.
Because it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to us.
But it's a mule, though.
Yeah.
It's a mule. It works for you, but get on the wrong side of that, and then that mule will kick you in the face and kill you. And that's the UCC. Like, that UCC will get you burned up. But also, man, this commerce, it'll get you real stuff out of it, too, man. So I ain't promoting it.
And we see people going through that shit every day, man.
Yeah. That's what's here, and that's how they got us wrapped up.
I'm seeing old school friend of mine, man, out here struggling, because of commerce. Like, they ain't understand it, or they ain't really do what they had to do. They out there in the streets, in the subways, just sleeping. And I'm like, wow, like we in the economic crisis right now, man. We all.
Well, look, brother, we gotta make sure that we can get rich right now. I just want to point out something, because I know how brothers speak like that, and they be coming on, and they be like, oh man, we gotta help our people. I'm trying to pull him in the private. You trying to pull a brother into the private? Hey, so did I try to pull you into the private?
Nah, I know. Look.
Hold on. Please. So, did I try to pull you into the private?
No.
Thank you.
No, and
thank you.
I'm saying. Look, listen,
I'm sorry you all on the line. You've been shot. I didn't try to pull him into the private. I'm not pulling nobody into the private. I don't pull dead weight.
Hey, you pull him in the private. I know a Morris brother locally in my city who went private, did his UCC, rescinded all this stuff, and he doesn't know how to operate. He doesn't know how to buy food. Like, he's a burden. He became a burden.
He declared his sovereignty pretty much, huh?
Yeah, but
what is sovereignty, man? What is that? What is that, man? Sovereignty will get you smashed, fool. What you talking about? He declared his laugh, and niggas just chuckling. Niggas chuckling on live right now. People out there declaring their nationality and getting smashed. What you mean? You a Native American?
Right.
Look at them. They're on the fucking reserve.
What's up with Mos Def?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my first thought. That's my first. I ain't gonna lie. I was in that house at one point.
What happened to Mos Def? To Mos Def? He put the wrong stuff in his paperwork. They deported him. Him. He don't live here. He's not a citizen. He's off they took him off the land. It's just like there's nothing to play with.
And this is in Africa too. This is where we supposed to be trying to go back home to.
I mean, we are home. We are in home, depending on how you look at it.
Come on, bro. I
was born
here. I'm
home.
Hey, let me pull a caller in, man, so we can. We already are like close to the hour, man. And I'm just
appreciate
making sure
it, brother. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Yeah, appreciate
your contribution, man. Peace and blessings.
Hey, we got another caller coming in. This is your host, Sharif Ali, and So L. We're on the call. The call tonight is definitely about 1099 W2. I hope your plate has been full. But the thing about it is, they say you shouldn't give a man a fish. You're supposed to teach him. That's what we do in the private. Pulling in the next caller, 561-584. Thank you for waiting patiently. You're listening to Sharif Ali on the Vault on High Frequency Radio. Peace. Peace, you there?
Oh, yeah. Hello? Calling me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who is this?
I like saying peace as a goodbye. Hey, how y'all doing? Calling from Palm Beach. This is Elijah Faith.
Elijah Faith
from
Long Beach.
Yeah, Elijah Faith.
Peace, brother.
Peace. All right. I'm hearing about this whole business thing because I just quit. I just felt it in my spirit to just be. And I just heard a voice for just about an hour before I made that decision. I just left recently. All right? Got an income tax. We got about $16,000, me and my wife. We want to get a home. We want to do our business. Now, I'm listening to you guys that came in pretty late. Now, I'm hearing that I can start my own business, do my own thing. I understand that I got to go private. Right now, I'm fighting with the people to send me back my authentication. Now, I'm wondering, these are some of the things that I can do once I pay that $55, fee. These are some of the things that I can do without my authentication at the moment, or do I need that in order to go through with the rest of the process?
Wow. Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That's the Holy Grail. Baby, hey, so that's how you was. You was like, hey, Yusuf. Hey, Yusuf. Hey, man, now look at this, what I got, man. I'm telling you, I'm coming to the table. I got assets. On deck. Look, we ready to play. Me and my wife, we unified. We won the same team. We ready to play. We ready to
let's
pass.
Answer him.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. You good, man. Go ahead, so.
Yeah, you're doing a little bit of mixing, brother. You're doing a little bit of commingling. I hear you, though. No. In order to operate in the commerce, you don't have to, be authenticated or anything. Operating in commerce is what you're doing already. Properly operating in commerce and, collecting a wage or, compensation, is what we're really going into right now, and how to, put it into a proper perspective and arrangement to where it minimizes your tax, your liability as far as what is available to be taxed, by the IRS. Going into private is one thing, but there's really nothing on the private side unless you bring stuff over there or convey something over there. So you're doing something on both sides. As far as the donation and $55, yes, we can speak about and help you and assist you and serve you as far as all of that is concerned. But I can't really go any more into it, just due to the fact that we're on a commercial airwaves. But you're on to something, and you're moving, and keep it moving, and we would love to build with you on the private side. And you can hit us up at hfrn. Vault.
Hold on, quick.
HFRN dot vault. VAULT.
Hold on, VAULT.
Yeah, at gmail.com.
All right.
And hit us up. We'll hit you with the link for the donation, and we'll chop it up, and we'll get you squared away. But you're definitely moving in the right direction. You're obviously studying. We applaud the beginner at all times, and man, keep it moving. We're here.
All right. So once I get started with you in this process in these papers, is this something that's gonna take a minute, take a while? Is it like how fast?
I mean, you can get started. You can get started on the next business day. Honestly, as far as what I do, operating commerce, you can get started on the next business day. Especially if you have access, like physical access to your Secretary of State. Like if you can walk or drive up to your Secretary of State, you can get started right away. Otherwise, you can file and do this stuff online and get it printed out. I mean, really, it's just, you pay a fee and you get moving. Call the IRS, get a number, start doing your, these little articles of incorporation, start your charter, arrange your contracts and your affairs in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get the contract in a certain way.
Get your contracts together and arrange your affairs in a certain way, and you're off to the races. I mean, people, especially if you're a W-2 worker, I think you said you're not, but even if you are, you can get started in your job right now. And most times employers are, agreeable to, this type of arrangement because it reduces their costs at the end of the day. And if you know what you're talking about, then it takes away their liability. So it's a win-win situation, honestly.
So this is like a still participating even though that's a job.
Yeah, even if you got a job right now, you get this off the ground, and you get a solid understanding of the information and stuff. You can go to your employer and
No, I don't left. I'm saying I can still get this information even though I don't left.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I can. This information is still useful to me even though I don't just quit my job last week.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I mean,
and I can start.
Yeah, we're not.
Whether you start you're gonna start a new company or you gonna work for another company or your contract to do something, I would definitely recommend using, some sort of LLC or sole proprietorship that has an EIN that's not your Social Security number, and do business in the commercial realm without your Social Security number. Stop using the Social Security number. I'm of the mindset of Yusuf L. No, that's the big homie. Don't use it. We need to stop using the Social Security number. We need to operate in commerce the way we're supposed to, and that's through commercial entities, in the control of commercial entities.
Thank God of the universe. Okay. I've been wanting to, say, purchase a food truck. I want to start a little food business, and all this can help me towards that direction.
You said purchase a what?
I've been trying to purchase a food truck, stuff like that, to start a little restaurant business. So all this information will help point me, guide me that way to get things running.
Yeah. I mean, if you keep it moving and you do the necessary steps to establish business credit, and, take your time and get the credit built up, or purchase it on your own with your own labor, or however you do, and then convey the ownership into the property. I mean, there's multiple ways you can do it, but yeah, we can help you with that.
Okay, so you tell me I can do promissory, even though I have my administrative, my authentication. I can still do promissory notes, things like that. I can learn all that. I can still work with all that.
Yeah, that's the private information, and yeah. That's more Sharif's avenue, but that's the private side, and we don't really deal with that or teach that in the public. All right, at least I don't.
Yes, yes, you did say that. Yes. I'm excited about this. Okay, all right. All right. And if I may ask, it might be a little bit off the subject, but I'm also trying to buy some homes. What information could you help me? I'm trying to purchase from tax deeds. That'll be a whole lot cheaper, better if I can save some money.
As far as
I just need him to repeat his question, please.
Yeah, I didn't really hear it. Will you repeat that again, brother? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was saying that, and I was also wondering, this a little bit off the subject, but I was wondering, is there any direction, too, that you can point me to when it comes to me purchasing a home through tax deed, or is there a better way where I can purchase a real nice home, low price, save money?
You want to talk about that? I can talk about that. I have some public knowledge on that. Go ahead, Soto.
Yeah, I mean, besides tax foreclosures and dispossessories and stuff like that, getting them in the public, no. Go ahead, Sharif.
You said no? Don't bang with it?
No, I mean, besides those two things, I don't really have any anywhere to point them.
Yeah. As far as the public, when it comes to tax deeds, man, that's public information. That's something that I've researched and I've played around with. It's something that can give you a return. Most of the information is online. This is the great season to actually be heading into that. I think it comes around in March or most of the time it's either March or in April. You just got to look in your state, go to your county recorder and look for the tax deeds. And you look, it's a great return on investment. I mean, anybody that has capital, I mean, you're looking at a 16% return on your capital, and you're talking about 6 to 8, maybe, no longer than 6 months. No longer than 6 months to 8 months. They usually turn over that deed, and whether you get the property is whether the person defaults. I mean, and so I've talked to people, buddies that are real estate agents. I actually live right next door to a real estate agent, and we talk about that. Are you ready to kick out your people because they can't pay their deed? These are the things that you have to be able as a business person to go in and either make a contract or you have to be able to set things up. I mean, because, you can win a property that way. And there's things that you have to be prepared for. So, like I say, it's public information. It's something you can go to your county recorder website. They'll tell you the time that you have to actually have a deposit, because sometimes you have to have a deposit to get into these things. Usually it's an auction. The auction is where they actually auction off the tax, deeds and things of that nature. And, once they auction them off, you either purchase that tax deed or you didn't purchase the tax deed. If you purchased the tax deed, then obviously you paid that delinquent debt for a temporary period. And if the person defaults because they didn't pay what they were supposed to pay now, then, you don't move forward. Then you move forward. You move forward to either, following the instructions, because the instructions are on the public website of how you would go to redeem your particular deed or certificate or whatever you receive that says, upon default, this is yours now. I mean, it's that simple, brother. I like it. It's very simple. It's very clean. This is how cultures are getting rich. Once again, they're going in. They're getting a lot of rich, low properties, the properties that are in the ghettos, and then they gentrify the neighborhood. So it's either going to be these other cultures that are going to be doing it, or it's going to be you doing it. It's that simple. It's really that simple, brothers and sisters. Y'all don't want to put $6,000 together to go in and buy a row home. Y'all don't want to spend $40,000 and get a group of homes on a block, where each of the houses, you can get 4 houses for $10,000. Oh, wow, you guys don't like equity because you know nothing about equity. You know that's just the facts. That's just the facts, people. And so, I definitely appreciate you asking that question, but, I hope I answered your question to suffice. Did that help?
Yeah, you surely did help. Uplifted my motivation even more, high level.
Yeah, definitely. I like the tag teams. A really simple process, very simple to get into the game. It's funny because when you get into the game, you start seeing that's where the big boys are at anyway. And you got to really understand that there's a bigger game out there. There's a bigger game out there. So I say let's play it at a higher level and let's move forward.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to that game, too, I just realized today that Illuminati checkerboard, now it makes more sense.
I don't know nothing about that, but all right.
The chessboard they always symbolize.
Yeah. Hey, but look, everybody, I just want to thank everybody for... Yeah, all right.
They do that. They do bar mitzvahs and stuff on checkerboards and all that.
Bar mitzvahs. Yeah, we're not Jewish on the line, so we don't know nothing about that. I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I thank everybody for understanding the conversations that me and Soap have. Some of my business partners that have come on the line tonight, and friends, and I just appreciate everybody for sharing their love and their thoughts. Just to let you know, next week we're coming back with another hardcore episode of just powerful information about how we can advance our people. As I disclosed this week, the NDA, that is something that we could possibly build on. I just think it's a very simple document, and we should be teaching about that in the private because it's a very simple document. Now, if you think you're so smart and you want to go in the public and get a public NDA, go ahead, guys. But I'm dealing in private documents now. And so does the claim of that. He has seen the documentation. We share documentation. We have equity inside of each other's intellectual property of estates. These are the things that we're building with. We encourage you to come into the private with us. The email you can contact us at is at hfrn.vault, VAULT, @gmail.com. And so if you have any parting words, add your sprinkle to the flavor, but I just want to thank everybody for coming.
Yeah, I would just like to, thank everybody for rocking with us. I appreciate it. I appreciate the energy exchange. And, rock with us. Come check us out next week. If you need any help on the private, we will be happy to serve you. Just hit us up, and, peace to the gods.
Peace to the guys, everybody. Thank you all for so much for tuning in to The Vault with your host, Sharif Ali, on High Frequency Radio, co-host Sodell, letting us everybody know this is public versus private, people.